DK. Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's another hero that's also fallen off, right? 3-4 months ago, would have definitely had DK high on the list of mid heroes into Ember Spirit, but now it completely slipped my mind.
It's still a very good lane. So this is a lane that the next wave's connecting. Michael trying to get the Lotus. This will be an interesting situation to say the least down bottom.
There's a Battle Hunger out onto King Jungles. Tag team has been activated. There's the Nightmare onto Axe. He's trying to buy time with the Snowball. He knows that he's probably going to die, but hoping they get the first blood. But unfortunately, it is level 2 Fury Swipes. You need to get out of here. Vitaly, only with 1 point into counter Helix, also knows that he needs to run. Nice first blood. They get themselves the Lotus as well. Good start for Heroic.
Having to help DK against Ember, though, is super good for Parker's Sven, right?
It's even better for the Ember Spirit if they can get a kill on KJ. KJ in danger here, hoping to maybe close in onto the double damage rune, but the AD gets taken by PP. Vitaly even came over to help, and now they're going back onto Analog. Michael is here. They found the ice shards. This DK is gone. Edge getting another kill and maybe making it a third. Schofield cannot charge any way to safety. PP is on him. Only has chains in 6 seconds though and has no mana.
So Juicy, almost the same net worth as the Ursa now, 35 and 4 on the CS. King Jungle's trying to invade here. Reinforcements are
Here comes
arriving.
a little fight. They have Yuma as well as Analog here. Vitaly was chasing down King Jungles. Michael will buy some time with the Snowball. There's the call from Vitaly, but Poppy also making his way over. Michael wanna be the first one to die because KJ got a Nightmare out onto Vitaly. Analog now got the Shrine of Wisdom. KJ is out. The question is, will Analog be able to follow the gang? Yuma, he needs to leave. PP has Steering Chains again in 6 seconds. It's only level 1, unfortunately. And Vitaly doesn't have Blink, does have Phase Boots. Trying to chase in onto Analog. Here's the Steering Chains at lost. Battle Hunger thrown in as well. And Analog should end up dying for this one. He got the Shrine of Wisdom, but he gives up a very juicy kill. If ever someone's like, bro, it's a hard X game. Dude, I saw Vitaly win against the Ursa, bro. It'll be fine. Mid lane, the first Nether Strike of the game gets expended onto Michael, but I'm not sure they have the damage to finish him off just yet. They finish, they get the ultimate from the DK. Schofield gets himself burnt down by the Sunray of Poppy. There will be a call from Vitaly. Not gonna catch onto all the right heroes. Analog, hoping to come back in.
So Darkseer, he outfarms some safe lane carries is by pushing in the wave and then stealing their small camp and stealing their big camp. But Sven pushes the back so fast the other way that really stop that. Dead.
Axe. Very dead. They have the level 2
in spite of Whisper
fire.
having a free lane, he's still behind by 30 CS.
I do not want to imagine that. I hope we never have to encounter such vile things in our games anymore. We've left those dark days behind us. As Analog, he's middle alone. He might get ganked here. Snowball forward. I think they're going on to the DK, killing him without any help arriving in time, and that is indeed the case. Schofield, he did start to charge through, but he arrives way too late to help. As him and Heroic, they smoke up. Let's see if they can find anybody. The Phoenix is the one they come across on top of the bounty rune slot. It's really not a great kill unless they get bursted. No, does get the angle. There's the stun, the creeps! But unfortunately, it's not enough. Yuma had the enrage going, comes out of the stun, kills off the egg. Now PP gets involved in the engagement, finds the Steering Chains out onto Yuma. Yuma, though, has some help. There's a Fiend's Grip going in onto PP. PP is going to die here. Analog provided the final damage necessary. However, now that Parker has shown himself, they have the right-click damage of the Sven. Vitaly able to dunk onto Whisper and secure his life.
I don't like that they started that with shards. If they were so confident that they were rushing, they should have started with Axe Call. Then they could have killed Ursa as well.
Charge through from Schofield. It connects onto the Sven. Vitaly gets the call out onto Whisper. The Darkseer, though, not dead just yet. And Ursa jumps into the pit looking for Parker. Parker's gone. Michael's about to die as well. Uses a shard to protect himself, but it's not enough. Roche about to fall. Yuma picks up the Aegis. PP was hoping to claim it. He jumped into the pit looking for this one. Instead, he finds nothing. Supernova even committed by Poppy outside of the fight. And as it explodes, Heroic walk away with this Aegis. They did lose the life of Analog, but they gained so much in return. Doesn't end up that way. Nice little jump back from Yuma. I like how he was focused purely on the objective. He sees a fight happening outside the base. He's like, nah guys, we are killing Parker and we're getting this Aegis. Oh no, big fight around the Tormentor in the top lane. Yuma this time around, he was caught out. Does get off the enrage though, turns around, Fiend's Grip from KJ. hits onto the Ember Spirit. No escape for him. Can you afford to play without BKB if you blink and you're playing into DK, Darkseer, Spirit Breaker? We'll talk about it in a second as this DS is getting jumped on at the moment. Whisper in the gang. We're going to try and maybe fight around this as Whisper's surviving for a very long time. There's going to be a big vacuum. Numa jumps in as well. The right-click damage onto Vitaly. They want this axe. They aren't going to get him. The Supernova's going to burst instead. Stunning up everybody. Darkseer already gone. Schofield hoping to finish off Vitaly, but he can't do it. Held bay by the stun. At the very least, Analog able to clean up Michael on the other edge of the fight. But Heroic, they responded to Vitaly. They ended up losing multiple heroes. King Jungles dies in the top lane as well. What a response from Edge. Beautiful initiation from Vitaly.
All right, you have to deal with the wild card of the Tusk Blink Dagger.
They scout out where PP is at. They have an idea. They get the wards out. There's the stun from Analog. There's the charge. There's the burst. Woo! No Ember Spirits. He gets orchided, so no remnants out either. And he's not buying BKB, so that's going to affect him for quite some time.
Yeah, it's an awkward game, right? You don't really feel like buying BKB against Bane and Spirit Breaker, but at the same time, then you don't have it against Vacuum, you don't have it against the DK. Numa has... Oh, he's getting
on top.
Nice Nightmare.
Okay, there's going to be a very nice Nightmare into the Fiend's grip. Snowball save will be there, however. Maybe they turn back in onto Parker. Parker's in some trouble. He gets bounced back with the Nether Strike beyond the wall. Parker's trying to hit, but he cannot. His own illusion is hitting him, not doing enough damage. Wow, they're still strong with Analog. He's going to charge forward on the high ground. He has BKB, Hurricane Pipe. He doesn't want to just go immediately. They're going to go for the longer wrap, it seems. But it looks like Edge has an awareness that this is taking place. They're not going to get caught out. Actually, Yuka just jumps in onto Poppy and eviscerates him. Analog comes in as well to help kill off Michael. It's a double kill for the Ursa. But now with Vitaly, major call. Allows him to kill off Whisper before any spells are even cast. All of a sudden, Yuma isolated from the rest of his team. He needs help. He's not going to get it. Analog trying to TP out. Michael says no. Brought back. Hit him with the Walrus Punch. Cancels it out.
And the Aegis in going the other way. Edge are back. Fitty game, baby.
Parker will be Aegis, and they actually get another call. KJ gets caught. There will be a vacuum to the low ground for Vitaly, but KJ just gets burned away in the end. Battle Hunger takes him out. Parker also finds the stun onto Schofield. Schofield forced to pop his BKB. Yes, BKB, what the hell? He has it active. Will he be able to turn around onto any target? Sees PP, but yet again, there's a nice job. They burst down onto Michael. That's a dieback for the Tusk. Stun now onto PP with the Dragon Tail. They get the kill. Ember Spirit is down. Parker doesn't have a BKB, remember. So as he rushes forward with this Aegis, that's the only protection that he has. Thankfully, Puppy was there to lay out protection with the Supernova.
That's it.
Yay.
Nothing else.
Bottom lane, Analog. He wishes he had a little bit more move speed. He might not have been caught here. TP's on top of him with the Blade Mail. They might want him. Snowball will save for now. They actually turn towards KJ to cancel out the Fiend script. And now Stormhammer in onto Analog. Forced to pump a BKB. Yuma making his way into the fight, but cannot progress into the Supernova. He needs to get back. Schofield committed his life on the other side to create some space for Analog to get up. And Analog TP's right in front of the Analog. What the hell, brother? His BKB finishes, so he dies so easily. Vitaly and Parker, they're the ones that want to open things up. Best case scenario, you find some kills, get a tier 2, and then still clean the Wisdom Shrine. Oh no, the TP in. Schofield, but he BKBs immediately. He's still alive. That wall from Whisper onto Parker as well as this Ember Spirit. And now they just quickly kill off Michael. Fiend's grip onto Parker brings him very low, but the Bears unable to follow up because PP kept both him and Analog corralled onto the high ground. This Ursa needs to get into the fight. The Sven is escaping. The Sven is still alive. He's not dead just yet. How on earth is he still living? They will find Puppy. Parker blinks out to safety, hides in the trees to TP out. Schofield goes up the high ground, so he's not going to break the smoke either. So they have the high ground positioning here on the side of Heroic. Will Edge try to go up the hill? They throw in the remnant, they go forward with the Ember Spirit. PP finds one of these heroes. He starts the fight, allowing Parker to come in and blow up KJ. Buyback from the Bane immediately. Ursa trying to lock down this Ember Spirit on the other side of the fight, but PP's out. Analog now, trying to get some stuns in, but Vitaly hits him with the core right next to the Supernova. It's about to explode. He gets away from it with his BKB. However, he's now surrounded by 4 dire heroes. Walrus Punch will be there. The damage will still be out, but he's still surviving. This DK is so tanky. Fiend's grip now going in onto the Ember Spirit with the Hurricane Pipe. Eventually, they do kill him. And now KJ knows that he has nothing left to do in this fight. He will die. Schofield ended up dying towards the east of the fight as well. And they're not done with the chase. Whisper pops his BKB. Has TP out, but hasn't deployed it just yet. We'll use it now, but it might just be a little bit too late, just in time. Whisper with the calculation. They're gonna smoke forward. Yuma, oh my goodness. PP gone. He breaks both of the smokes, but he gets X. He does manage to get all the way through, though. That was kind of bizarre. BKB popped by the target now. Gets the call back in onto Schofield. Yuma jumping in. He can't find the kill. Zul Scepter will keep Michael alive for now. They now end up eliminating Schofield as Yuma, he has to deal with Parker, who's making a backstab into the fight. Analog, as he realizes he's been isolated, he can do nothing but die. King Jungles will suffer the same fate as well. Rolled onto Parker once more. Got the God Strength, got the Storm Hammer, got the kill. Double hits, double kill. Parker God gets a team wipe for his squad.
And if there's anything that probably satisfies Parker greatly, it is beating heroic in this fashion. You probably feel great about this one. The buybacks have to come out in force here. That's just the first one. The ball's gonna miss. They still don't have Whisper though. Schofield going forward. They're trying to bring down this axe, but Yuma's been held in the air, just kited and zoned away. Analog, he dies because he still doesn't have his BKB. That's a dieback on the DK. On the north, Parker able to chase Schofield, getting himself another double kill. He has no need for racks, my friend. He wants to end this game, and the game indeed will go down. GG, well played is called. Edge get game 1 victory in kind of emphatic fashion. Very surprising outcome, the way the game unfolded. Or give him the MVP. We want to praise the Edge PP, you know? MVP, baby. That's what we want to see here. Real talk, though, he played really solidly. I also like the itemization that they had on the Sven and PP. With the lifesteal, the logic is the same. This is better and worse. I would say it's better at dealing with down the stretch with being... feeling a bit antsy. I'm like, come on, guys. Time to get the action happening. Well, Michael is going the action build on clock at the very least 2-1 on the... Oh, they're trying to dive Parker behind the tower with the creep wave over him. Bramble Maze will be there. Parker is still alive for now, but with the call coming back, Whisper ensures that they find the kill. They even made the rotation with Michael. The battery assault should be able to secure the kill on Schofield. It's very warped. We'll talk about it in a second, because mid lane, they're getting a rotation onto this Queen of Pain. They almost killed her with the Dream Coil. PP is actually chasing off the Analog, while top, they're going for Vitaly. This Enigma should end up dead. Didn't have the support necessary to save him. Poppy, I think it used to be better when Lifestealer built like Omelet, Basher, AC, you know, these kind of items. I think it is much worse with the Radiance build up. You don't threaten the Lifestealer, the monkey. Yeah. Whisper does manage to get himself inside some cogs here. He needs help. He's not going to get it. Parker gets the kill onto him. KJ skirting himself away in the meantime as he gets the kill onto at least Michael. Schofield does something on the back edge. He's a little bit isolated, but fortunately for him, it's a great hero to play around when that first Black Hole plus drums comes out. So expect to see great onto Whisper. Damage onto Parker, but fortunately for them, PP shows up. Sonic Wave thrown in. Whisper is gone again. First of all, I'm not really sure I love the first item death, so hang on, Michael and PP finding trouble. It's going to be the first Wukongs of the game thrown in by Yuma. It's going to be the Queen of Pain and the Clockwork. Both of them are in danger here. Clock is going to be the first one to die. PP, Blink that just came back off cooldown. Can he get out? Boundless Strike not available. Dream Coil already used. So he is gone. I don't think he really wanted to go fight anyway until they had the Blade Mail. But you almost have the Blade Mail on Quap. You know, normally you'd get the Blade Mail, you have Puppy nearby you, you'd smoke, immediately go find a kill. But that maneuver is going to be delayed for a while now. And now bottom, there's a fight that's happening. Yuma, they get a full Wukong with the Axe Call. They bring down Parker almost immediately. I feel like it's a little bit surprising that this tower has not received any more pressure than it has, given how good Vitaly's early game ended up being. Oh, nice Midnight Pulse. They actually destroy the trees with the Midnight Pulse. First Black Hole of the game committed in onto Yuma. The Monkey King is gonna die for this one. Beautifully done by the Enigma. So Vitaly makes it happen. The Puck will try to do some damage with the Illusory Orb, but it's not gonna be enough by any stretch of the imagination. Analog is actually trying to just destroy the creep wave on back. Michael coming in towards him. They're gonna
try and bait the fight. There's the hook shot. They catch him. Analog inside the cogs right now, and he has no way out. Malifestan on top of him. PP has the blink if needed, not even required. He dies to the final Malifest tick.
Parker will probably get himself what looks to be a 17-minute Radiant on Lifestealer, which isn't great, but also not awful. Supernova Force, they'll back out. Nimble run away with a Cobalt Cup. But
the question is, do they get out? Whisper, Blink Dagger comes through, catches Vitali. They burst through onto the Enigma. Bedlam now with the Dream Coil onto the clock in the chin. Yuma even drops the Wukong's command. They bring down Poppy. Michael forced to run away from this. PP keeps himself alive with the Sonic Wave pushing back onto Whisper, but Whisper will just content himself with a free kill onto the Clockwork. The Duck secures a double, and that's 3 kills picked up for Heroic, and it cost them nothing really.
And that's pretty much the entire lead that Heroic just got down the drain. The Tormentor, of course, worth a lot here. But now Vitali being spotted by Whisper.
Doesn't have a BKB. There's the Axe Call. They even commit the Wukongs for this. They want no possibility of him surviving here. He just goes down in a hurry. All the South American fans in chat are just like, guys, this is how it always is. Yeah. What are you talking about? This is just how the region rolls. You're expecting clean games. Go watch East Western Europe. Mid lane, they jumping in onto Park. The Aghanim shot revealed from the Queen of Pain with the silence, the Sonic Wave. They get the kill. PP out here, man. If the PP is missing, you gotta be scared. It's gonna come out much bigger than expected. Vitali's still sitting in the Roshan pit. He'll break the smoke onto the Axe. I'm not sure if they saw him though. They don't have any vision outside. But now they infest themselves. Here comes Edge, looking for the side of Heroic. Yet again, they find the silence onto the puck. Analog, is he gonna die for this one? Did get to, Jones gets away, the blink of an eye. The Dream Coil will come in right now. There's gonna be the core. Yuma with the big Wukong's command, but the black hole, equally as big. Axe and Monty came caught inside with the Sonic Wave over all of them. Unfortunately, that bonus armor kept Yuma alive and fighting, allowing Axe to dunk onto absolutely everybody. Yuma ends up with a triple kill off the KJ's Supernova explodes. Michael not gonna be allowed to escape either. Yuma with the Boundless Strike. They get the kill. They get the big team wipe. 7k net worth, 5 additional kills. Gaimin is still like, nah, gang, I've seen enough. I know this is even. Although this might increase the odds as they get a hook shot forward. Lifestealer was silenced up, but he might be able to get off the infest. Whisper's trying to do his utmost, but there's the infest. There's the pop-out. Parker now putting his attention back towards Whisper. KJ helping out with the Sun Ray. However, the Sonic Wave from PP secures the kill. Parker, he's running around. He does have Battle Hunger on top of him. He needs someone to help. Yuma, Wukong's command on the high ground. They find both PP and Michael. Burst them away with the Wukong Supernova combination. And in the meantime, everybody has to flee from the side of Edge. Heroic get themselves a 2-for-1 exchange. We're gonna see if they can catch anybody out here. Lifestealer and Clockwork are showing.
Crap, Yuma's big.
That is fun, bro.
He just had BKB a moment ago, and now...
Parker, no! This is the worst possible time. Boundless Strike literally one-shots Michael. Parker trying to get himself away. Didn't get called in by Whisper. Whisper gets infested with the Aghanim Scepter. The team is coming in. Vitali can't even approach the Wukongs. Look at the damage output from Yuma. Now Parker's just gone. Easy kill onto the Lifestealer. Aghanims did not help. Now with the blink silence going out, Yuma gets thrown back with the Sonic Wave, but it's not enough damage. There's gonna be instead a Bramble Maze catching PP. There's the call from Whisper. Queen of Pain is gonna end up dead as well. Heroic.
That's the thing, right? You compare the hero's net worth. Monkey King 20k, Lifestealer 16.5. It doesn't sound like that much. It sounds like, you know, Monkey King is like it's like 2/3 of an item ahead. But then you factor in, okay, hang on.
There's a Sonic Wave. KJ able to get off the ultimate though with the Supernova, so he's still alive. But then they pursue for more. Whisper misses the call onto this Clockwork, so he is able to escape. Yuma though does see him, could go on top of him. The monkey wants the clock. One Boundless Strike should be more than enough damage, and indeed it is. But Vitali, he gets the black hole. It connects onto the Schofield Dog Willow as well as Yuma. But where's the follow-up damage? Finally, Parker is there. They're able to take away the Aegis. Vitali now losing his life. Doesn't have himself another Aegis, so he just dies. Does have buyback if needed. Michael did buy back, however, so he cannot afford to die again. Boundless Strike though misses from Yuma, but it will not matter. Whisper chases him and finds the Culling Blade. Double kill for the Axe.
Maybe I'm just spouting complete nonsense here, and that makes no sense to not get these items here. I'm just looking at the fights, you know. This is just what's unfolding in front of us, so I'll see you later.
I am a lifestealer player. That's why I'm 100% confident that BKB is not going to help. Like, he's going to get BKB and still get called and still die to right clicks of
If you're
humor.
confident that Parker's item
100, bro.
is not going to help, then it's going to infest Vitaly. It's go time. Right before the BKB, right? I mean, they need to wait for the BKB to get here, surely. No? Okay, we're in.
They go on, they find Whisper. They could be able to get this kill. He does have BKB. The Wind Waker takes him away from the black hole before it's even cast. There's a Supernova down as well. They've already bursted the Queen of Pain. Lifestealer can't escape neither. He gets taken away by Whisper. Well, the BKB arrived just as he died, so the express delivery was a little bit late. We do see Yules now onto Michael in the river. He's getting himself burnt away. At the same time, Vitaly got caught in the mid lane. Heroic, demolishing Edge right now in that fight. And that's a fight that Edge chose to take. And the push is gonna come. So, Mr. Cinderman, how do you defend this push on the high ground if you are on the side of Edge?
You wait for Black Hole. Because without it, you don't have enough damage. So, yeah, that doesn't.
You don't have lives as Puppy either. Chen is about to die inside the Wukong. Parker's inside him. This is problematic. Whisper gets the call back onto Lifestealer. Lifestealer dies. Chen brought back, hoping to try and save him, even dropped the Hand of God, but it wasn't enough. The stun from KJ ensures that nobody within the base of Edge can chase them outside of it.
But, of course, Yuma still is just anti-satanic. So, like, how on earth are we going to kill this guy twice? Okay, he's going to go in on Puppy.
Bit onto Puppy. Outward Stalk will stay Puppy for a moment, but he's still getting jumped upon. There's a 2-0 Dream Quill onto both of these supports. They both utilize their Ghost Scepters, so now that they're down, there is some issues. However, Yuma has expended all of his mana here. They still do kill the Clockwork. There's the Infest out. PP and the gang, they go on top of the Monkey King and they kill him, but that's only life number 1. Parker can't even close onto the Dark Willow. She's inside the Shadow Realm as the Queen of Pain gets dragged back in with the half wound of Yuma. Killed off, no buyback for PP. Vitaly sent back into the base by a Terrorizer. Here's Yuma, dropping the Wukongs inside your fountain. You can't even play in your own fountain. This game is beyond over. GG, well played is called. We are going to a game 3. The South American derby continues.
Just completely negating by banning out 6 of his heroes. The fact that they even got to banning the carry Void Spirit really tells you how far into the pool they got, right? What a dream game for Puppy to try to make it to tomorrow as a stand-in for Edge. Like, this is such a good Phoenix game. Holy. And I think even that would be real good. Just run the Flame Guard and do that.
Parker's in some trouble. They actually drop a Blood Grenade on top of him, but Puppy puts one down as well. It's Schofield that's getting chased away. One more right click is all they'll need. And the damage from the Fire Spirit secures the kill. Unfortunately, there is an Ion Shell chasing Parker, and they are going to get him down. In the meantime, there was also action that happened on the bottom side of the map, so a 2-2 trade all across, but the first blood.
I saw Lane recently played in a different tournament where they played Marcy Axe, and I was super impressed with how that lane executed. This is a similar logic.
Who's going to win this fight, though? Puppy versus Schofield? Well, as what'll normally happen in real life, if you fight Puppy 1v1, you're probably going to lose.
That's a good answer.
He looks like the type of guy. Besides, haven't you seen the fear in Crystallis' eyes when he's talking about Puppy? And Crystallis is a big guy as well, so Puppy must be on one. Down bottom, Vitaly is out here. He's gonna get killed off by Yuma and the gang, surrounded with the cogs of Schofield. Nicely done. The word has gone out that, hey, something's happening. Even pings the exact area where they're waiting for him.
And now this opens up for a potential counterplay.
Yep, here they come.
Uh-oh.
Michael's here with Puppy. They're looking towards Whisper. They missed the initial rebound, however. Michael is still going to be having some presence in the fight. The Iron Shards are burning away, but KJ is out of mana. Schofield now has been separated away from the rest of the crew, so he can be killed off by himself. PP even rotates in with the Ember Spirit, looking towards bringing down KJ. Activates the Haste Rune to make sure he has the chase down. And this Ember Spirit will find his first kill of the game onto the Shadow Shaman. Like you said, opened up for the rotation. Whisper seems to have awareness that somebody might be here. It goes on the high ground now, gets the vision onto PP. KJ is here too. and they zoned away from the shrine. Now they're contesting for it. PP hoping to try and bring down Whisper. They rebound him away, and they're looking for the kill. Shackles, though, in with the TP from Analog. The Avatars will be able to kill off Michael. However, Whisper falls in the exchange as well. Analog now, having lost half of his HP as Parker is putting the screws onto him with the right-click damage. They do end up killing off the Phoenix, and now Shackles out onto the Ember Spirit, only to try and save KJ's life a little bit longer. But that duration will end. No, he actually just out-jukes PP.
Nice movement.
KJ, God.
I'm not sure how much I love the Crimson. It's good against TA and to some extent, I mean, there's also Slide. You know what? It's good. It's good enough. I think that's completely fine. Even if
Speaking
it's
of
an Ember
slides,
that has gone to Max Flame Guard.
it's going to be used bottom onto Terrorblade. As they actually go first onto KJ, but he does manage to send back the stuns onto PP. So they kill him off, but it gives time for Whisper and Schofield to arrive. Vitaly trying to get out with the Stampede, but Schofield, he messed up. He couldn't get off the power cogs. Vitaly, though, as his Stampede ends, he will be surrounded by these heroic heroes. Look at his team just beating onto the tower, leaving him to his own devices, but he's surviving longer than expected. The Avalanche, though, will be there. Vitaly is still alive. Only now does he die, but now with the chain gang stuns, there's a supernova about to pop. Tiny stunned up with Whisper and Schofield. Do they have the damage to kill all of them, though? Doesn't seem like it. They don't have the numerical numbers. PP being corralled into the corner, surrounded, killed. Ion Shell secures the double kill for Whisper. It looked solid for a moment, but...
This is interesting, but of course it will be great for this.
It's already gone just in time, just before. Oh no, they have to pick up the Aegis. It's still on the ground. Somebody? Aegis? Okay, Yuma finally gets it as they get the stuns now out onto Poppy. They want to kill him. Vacuum wall onto 3 heroes from Whisper. They blow up Poppy. They've already eliminated the Ember Spirit as well. Poppy just has to watch as Parker, his star carry player, gets surrounded by heroic heroes, killed off easily. They came in, they had the right read, the Roshan was happening. But even if they do see a target, who do you go on with your heroes right now? They're going to go for the wrap. And here's Heroic smoking up as well. Whisper going forward, and they caught the Marcy. Michael is down. Whisper once more. This is not going to be enough for him. Clockwork looking for the angle. They get the silence out onto the Ember Spirit. They drag it back. He's forced to use to safety. There's a supernova, but it's very far away. Will they be able to keep PP long enough alive for this to pop? Yes. It does come out. Now Stampede is popped, but the Avalanche toss stops the Centaur from running away. Nice little pick-me-up from Marcy to stay Vitaly. The Giga Ward dropped down into the middle of the fight. Another rebound. Analog far away from the crew, eating this unleashed damage, and he's going to end up dead. The Sunder came in, but it was a misclick. Didn't find the right target, so the Tiny is gone. He gets followed into the grave by the Shadow Shaman, and now they can clean up the Giga Ward. Edge, despite the fact that the Marcy got caught first at the beginning of the engagement.
The Ember Yules is a total game changer in that fight, right? He got Orchid and he probably would have died on the spot, but instead they get a full value Supernova. He gets the Yules off against the Orchid of Clockwork to mitigate that play from Schofield, and that's the big difference maker here. This time around, all the heroes got to do stuff. Well, okay, seems like they'll pay a little bit on their way out. Okay,
they're not done just yet. They get the hook shot onto Parker. He's dead for sure. He will at least be able to kill off Schofield, so that's something, but he loses his life. It's a double kill for Yuma. 3 kill involvement for the Terrorblade. Tiny players in chat, please let us know. Do you prefer buying Shard or do you prefer buying Midas? Well, I know right now Whisper would prefer to not be dove by the entire enemy team. Unfortunately, that's what's happening, but he's taking so long to die. Even gets off a pretty big vacuum. The team is not here to help him, but he does have the Centaur Conqueror, stunning pretty much the entire team. Now he walls them as well, and they kill Phoenix? What the hell? How did that happen? And now Ember Spirit getting silenced up, tossed into the air by Analog. He needs to get out of here. Does have some remnants to throw around, but now he's out of mana here, Sid. Avalanche holds him in place, and he ends up dead. What the hell happened? Whisper, God, how did he make that play? They caught a sliver of vision of Vitaly, so they know the general area where he's at, and now they see him. Here's the jump forward. Analog gets on top of him. He does pop the Stampede. Do they get him out of here? No, they do not. They do find the kill. He is gone. Nothing he can do about that one. And they also found more. They found Puppy, but they found Parker. That's the big deal. Schofield is here this time. And they've already gotten rid of the Stampede, so they don't have to worry about that. Parker does have a TP. Is he going to try and do the Nightfall? Yes, he is. And he will escape due to it. Puppy also lucky enough to leave since the rest of the team was preoccupied with the Templar Assassin. Yeah, but the illusions are right there, though. It should be fine. PP though, at the gang, they found Schofield. They want to try and bring down this clock, but Whisper there again with the vacuum wall dragging in 3. They all get away from the Supernova as well. They are able to rebound Schofield back towards Vitali, but they still don't have the damage to actually kill him. Now Vitali is the one that's in trouble. He's been hexed up, chained in by the Shadow Shaman, does pop the Stampede, barely gets away. In the meantime, he actually does die. The right click chased him up the hill. They do bring down the Shadow Shaman though. Now Parker trying to get back into the base as they've lost the Marcy. Analog was flying low, but he gets a BKB off, evades the damage from PP, and Parker now needs to run to get him back with the vacuum from Whisper. Unfortunately though, he does have a BKB, retreats onto the high ground using it.
Roche wars and there's a clock.
But maybe it's a debate, Cinderin. They were just trying to force them into this engagement, and they're going in. They found Whisper first. He's the tiger. Schofield actually just gets bursted 100-0. Unfortunately, PP also gets caught by KJ and Yuma. So they trade a clockwork for an Ember Spirit. Hashtag not worth. PP thought he had it, but he didn't. Now the fight's gonna happen in the river. Look at the damage out into the Analog. Tiny, he's gone. Parker doing the hit, but Schofield with the buyback. They're trying to lock down Parker. He's eating the Metamorphosis hit from the Terrorblade. Trying to escape now. Whisper right on top of his face. His BKB is about to expire. His own illusion is beating into him. And now Parker is dead. Puppy came in to help, but all he helps is the net worth of the Terrorblade as he gets ripped apart, granting a double kill to TB. Now with the shackles onto PP, he just fought back. He can't die. Before he even remnants forward, Cinderin, he gets taken apart by the dataless crit of Yuma.
Got eaten alive. Like I said, the clockwork was the trade. That's not a good trade. Here we are. You gotta buy back Phoenix on Puppy. All in. Oh,
you gotta die back Phoenix on Puppy.
That's Glimmer.
Whew. But do they have an Ancient is the question. Giga Ward being dropped down now as well. Marcy just dead immediately. Oh my goodness, Vitali gets drawn back with the vacuum from Whisper. Him and Puppy cannot approach. The Ancient is down. The game is called. GG, well played. Heroic. They stay in the tournament. They keep their hopes alive. And they send Edge packing to an early trip to the airport. Parker is all of their damage, like you were saying in the cast, and unfortunately when it's easy to kite around Parker, or even better, you just create separation in the fight. Schofield jumps Parker,